Monthly activities, guys. First and foremost, obviously we have the regional event coming up this upcoming weekend, but in every single marketplace, there's a regional event that happens every single month. And if you happen to be in an area where there isn't a regional event, you're listening to this, find something, right? Maybe it's a success seminar, maybe it's something, but you want to get to an environment where you and your people can go see the bigger picture, where you go out there and see people that are not just excited in your backyard, but you want to go somewhere, you see people that are making 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month, 100 grand a month. You want to get to a place where you can see the big picture of what's happening. One of the things that I've done that's helped me out a ton is actually reflect on the month. Every month, I actually write down, like, okay, how did I do on growing? How did I do on my activity? How did I do on being on track for my goals? Kind of like a plan, do, review. I'll plan the next month before it begins like I plan the day before it begins. I do it every single month. I do it every night.
Some people listening may say, well, there's not a regional close to me. Well, get to the closest one to you. Or get together with some friends. Get to something monthly. Go to a personal development seminar in your region and let that be your regional event of personal growth for you. Commit monthly to maybe traveling outside. And there's something about it when you get in the car with 4 or 5 friends and you travel half a day to go somewhere. And it's almost an adventure to make it happen. And sometimes the obstacles you have to overcome in order to do it are outrageous, but that's part of the fun and reflecting on what it was like to do that. And when you get there, you get around just a different vision. So number 1 is your regionals. Make sure that you get connected. Number 2, plan your month before your month begins.
Huge.
I know we have plan your day before your day begins, but plan your month before your month begins. And start understanding that that's part of the secret system. That's part of creating the results that you're looking for. It's kind of like your gyroscope. And what's interesting is a rocket ship on the way to the moon is off track 97% of the time. In order for it to actually hit the moon, it has these little gyroscopes that are like, tsh, 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 tsh. You guys ever seen those, right? And what are those doing? There's communication going back and forth to Houston that's saying, hey, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. And then eventually it hits its target. Can you imagine if the space shuttle only checked in with Houston once a month instead of daily? It was like, woo! You're way off. Go this way. Woo! You want to have that all the time because you're going to get off track. I promise you.
Yep.
Okay? That's going to happen. So make sure that you plan your day and then plan your month before your month begins. Very, very simple. And then yearly activities. Lastly.
Annual convention. About 2 conventions a year done by corporate. Your team may have a team event. This is where the big picture happens. This, for me, is absolutely mandatory. Now, remember what we said, guys. Everything that we're talking about in our secret system today, this is for people that are committed to making a passive 6-figure income. Now, this is a non-debatable, non-negotiable. If you want to make a passive 6-figure income, you do it. It's incongruent to say, I want to get in good shape, but I'm not willing to go to the gym or change my diet, period. That's not congruent. You have to be able to follow certain things. This is the system that is outlined to help you go out there and hit your goals in this company. If you want to go out there and make a passive 6-figure income, this is exactly how I've done it, Jesse's done it, how in every single leader has ever done it. The National Convention is the foundational cornerstone of the business. Why? Because it gives you the big picture. It gets you in an environment where, number 1, the training and the education that you get at a national event is unparalleled in the industry, second to none. There's no other platform for it. You're right in the epicenter of all the new announcements, the new products that get launched. The best way I ever had it explained to me, which made so much sense, was it's like a total immersion program. How many of you guys have ever studied a foreign language? Some of you guys maybe took a couple, your Spanish, whatever it is. Mike, I'll pick on you. What did you take? Spanish. How long did you take it for? A couple years. Are you fluent in Spanish? No, right? So understand, right? And that's the average person. Now for me, I took French for 4 years when I was in school. But on top of that, what my mom was super, super fortunate to be able to do is that I flew and I stayed in Toulouse, right, in Paris for a little while. I learned more French in just a semester of being in France than I did in 4 years of classes. Why? Because you're forced to speak it. If you're hungry, you have to go to the bathroom. It's like, and I better figure French out. So that's an important thing. Now, again, your weekly presentation, your weekly training that you go to, that's like what Mike did with Spanish. Can you maybe handle your own at a taco shop? Sure, you can say burrito, guacamole, taco. Like, that's about it.
Cerveza.
Right, so that's about it. But understand, if you want to be able to be fluent, the best way to do it is to drop you in the middle of the environment where you're forced to speak. See, if I bring you to your little meeting and things like that in your local market, You might get conversational Spanish. You might get conversational secret down. But if I take you to Spain, or in this case, the national convention coming up in Phoenix, but wherever it happens to be, that right there will shave a year off of your learning curve in 48 hours.
For sure.
A year. I remember my first, I went to it, I had a little bit of success, made a little bit of money, but nothing real serious. I came out of that event, and there was two things that happened for me. Number one is I actually believed that it was possible for me. Here's the biggest thing that I found in network marketing. It's easy to believe that it's possible for people to have success. Hear me when I say this. This is huge. It is easy to believe that success is possible for people in general. The difficult thing is to sell yourself that it's possible for you specifically. Who you are with everything that you are and everything that you're not right now, that you exactly can go out there and actually be successful inside of this industry, in this company. And when I went to my first national event, I saw people that I could see on stage and I could relate to, and I thought, if this person can do it, I can do it. Or if this person is a part of it, I feel great about being a part of it. And it built my belief up to a position where no longer was it possible for people, it was possible for Joe Valenzuela specifically. I came out of the event and in 4 days made over $2,700. More money than I ever made in my life at the time, right? And that little explosion of belief put me on a path where I would never go back. It is the most important thing. So on an annual basis, you want to commit to any and every national convention that the company ever puts out. That for me, I'll just tell you, for me personally, I don't even work with an agent who doesn't come to the national convention, personally. Not because I don't love you, not because you're not great. I have to give my time to the people that are serious about this business. Here's the thing I can tell you, all of us have obstacles. You're gonna have obstacles. Let me tell you right now. I learned from my grandfather was a 2-star admiral in the military, in the Navy. And one of the biggest things he told me is, you get paid for the size of the problems that you can solve. That's it. If you can only solve small problems, then you only get small money. If you can solve big problems, then you're qualified to earn big money. Can you imagine, like the general in the army is out there at the field with all the whole battalions out there, right? And the general's just weeping in his tent, like, oh my God, I'm not going out there. You know what I mean? If you're like the private who's just getting started, you're like, oh my God, if the general's crying, we're in big trouble. Right? You gotta have the attitude of you can solve whatever problems come your way. Some of it, people, it's going to be money. Some people, it's going to be time. Some people, it's going to be a boss. Some people, it's going to be financial obstacles. It's going to be whatever it's going to be. I'm telling you, there's going to be challenges. Be more committed to what you want out of this business than your current circumstances. Period. Make it out to that event, because it is the difference maker that changes everybody's life. I can say that for sure.
And Joe was right. You're not really officially a secret agent till you've come to a national event. Because it translates, and you know they say it goes from your head to your heart, but it even goes a little deeper than that. It's almost like it goes to your gut, your cells. When you get a chance to hear the family speak, you get a chance to hear directly from the community that was originally created, that built the foundation of our business. You come out 10 feet tall and bulletproof. There's nobody that can tell you that this is not happening. That's just impossible. Joe was right. When it happens for that, it goes from I think I can to I unequivocally, without a shadow of a doubt, I know for a fact I can do this. It's only a matter of time. I can do this. As long as I follow the program, I know it can happen for me. Because there's just too many stories of people that are doing it for you to say, and every story that comes up eliminates another obstacle in your life that you had. Another excuse flies out the window of why you couldn't do it. It's crazy. And when you get out of there, it's amazing because you come out and people listen to you differently. You say the same things, but your posture is different. You could say the exact same lines to somebody when you come out, and all of a sudden they're like, "Wow, okay. What are you? Well, oh, all right." You know? They don't even need to believe in it, but they are believing in you that you know where you're going. And people follow people who know where they're going. And when you know you're going somewhere, that's what happened to me, is that I didn't have the results that people were looking for in my life, but people don't care what you've done, they care where you're going. And when all of a sudden you get attracted, like it's one of the most attractive qualities in the world. And I'm not talking about ego. I'm talking about posture, confidence. They can smell it on you. People are looking to be led, myself included, by good people. And so when they find that and they see that, they go, you know what, there's something there. And that convention is free. It's when the puzzle pieces come together, you get a 1,000-foot perspective. It's like having the box of the puzzle. You get to see the end result that you're building. How difficult is it to build a puzzle if you didn't have the front box? Yeah, could you build it? It just takes a lot longer because you got to try every piece. But when you see the whole box, all of a sudden it's like, this piece goes here, this piece goes there, this piece goes here. You still have the same puzzle to build, but you can build it a lot easier because you have the whole picture when you go back to build it.
And the last thing, obviously, on a yearly basis is actually what I do is a current reality statement. Every single year, too, I just map out where I am in my life. In every area, where I'm at in my finances, where I'm at in my health, where I'm at with my family, where I'm at with my spiritual life, where I'm at with every area of my life, I just map it out. Here's where I'm at, and then here's where I want to be, and I set goals for the year. I set 2 to 3 major goals a year, that's it. 2 to 3 major goals that I focus on for the entire year, and I focus on them, I enthusiastically act upon them, and I commit to them. And they inevitably come to pass every single year. It's absolutely amazing. When you look back at old journals that you've written in, and you start looking at old goals that you've set when you're already living in it, it's kind of a surreal experience. You know, it's happened for me a few times now, and it's crazy to see, but it's one of the most exciting things, because you really know you can accomplish anything that you really put your mind to. That's yearly.
That's it, guys. That's it. That's the whole program.
Good.
And when you follow this and you just run with these things, something that anybody can literally say, I can do that. Some of you guys are like, I don't have the time. Just flip your couch upside down. You got 20 hours a week.
Put your TV facing the wall.
Some of you think I'm joking. I'm serious. I dare one of you. You listening in. When you get home, just flip it upside down. See what happens. Flip your couch over. It'll be a weird wow party maybe this week. I promise you, when you are committed to change in your life, when you're committed to growth, you will find the time because it becomes a priority. And this is why you got to have those goals in those directions, as Joe talked about, because they say when your memories are more dear to you than your dreams, you are already dead. When you're no longer excited about the future of where you're going and you're only reflecting on what has been, or even worse, what should have been by now, when you're made up in your mind of only past and previous conversations, I'm telling you, life is horrible. So focus on where you're going and what you're doing in order to achieve this. Very simple. Daily, weekly, monthly, yearly activities. All spelled out for you. Very, very, very simple.